Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 58. 12 days to go. And are you giving it everything you got? Are you? Are you doing everything you possibly can? You can still make good change in 12 days. Yes, believe it or not, you can. New numbers coming tomorrow. Scan coming up in about 2 weeks' time. Your last scan. Just FYI, I'm probably going to span out the scans over 5 days or so. Okay, so just an FYI on that. Okay, I want to do just a quick little rant here because I've had more than one person, I've had multiple people tell me how they are having Cliff Builder bars instead of Isobars. And I know why they are. It's not because of taste, because these do taste better. It's because of the price. And I'm going to remind you that you get what you pay for. And I'm not just going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you why you get what you pay for. Okay? So, there's a simple way to check things out when it comes to food products, okay? Unless they're lying on the label. But like most things, usually you get what you pay for. You do, okay? There's no two products that are the same on the market when we're talking about supplements or food, generally speaking, where they're the same product, but one is like double the price. No, it doesn't happen. So here's what I recommend to you. If you're curious to know, always look at the ingredients list. Look at the ingredients list, okay? So I'm gonna read you the ingredients list on an Isobar, and then I'm gonna read you the ingredient list on a Cliff Builder bar. Okay, the Builder bar is the higher protein version of the Cliff bar. Okay, now remember that the ingredients of most go first in the list, and then as you go through the list of ingredients, things become less and less and less. So generally speaking, the first 4 or 5 ingredients are the ones you want to really pay attention to. The other ingredients matter too, but the first 4 or 5, those are the most important, okay? So here we go. This is for the Isobar. Oats, whey protein isolate, honey, okay, natural peanut butter, cranberries, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, blueberries, and the list goes on. There's a yogurt coating, and then some flavoring, some sea salt, some vitamin C, etc. Okay, but the point is, you got the first 6 or 7 ingredients in this bar. Okay, and by the way, I'm not skipping out on anything in this. There's nothing that there's nothing that I'm missing out on here that I'm trying to hide from you. Okay, now let's go to the Cliff Builder bar. Soy, this is the ingredients in order. Soy protein isolate, cane syrup, brown rice syrup, palm kernel oil, vegetable glycerin, soy flour, rice flour. Okay, and the list goes on and on. And there's some things in there that are okay from this point on, and some things that aren't so okay. So, soy protein isolate, not the same as whey protein isolate at all, okay? First of all, soy has been known to raise estrogen levels in people. Also, generally, and this just goes generally for all vegetable sources of protein, they are lower in essential amino acids, okay? And they're not as bioavailable to the human body. Cane syrup. So again, this is a sugar extract from cane, okay? Cane sugar, again, another extract. Brown rice syrup. This is a sugar syrup developed from brown rice. It's not brown rice. Those are 2 different things. Okay, palm kernel oil, etc. So let's just take the first 4 ingredients. So the soy protein isolate, obviously not the same at all. And then you've got a bunch of sugars. That's what you have. You have a bunch of sugars isn't even the right word. It's the type of sugar. So what you're doing is you're extracting a certain sugar, and then you're modifying it, and then you're basically densifying that one type of sugar. It's not the same as like if you have fruit and you're getting a blend of different sugars in there. You're getting some glucose, you're getting some fructose, you're getting some of these other, there's a whole host of sugars that you can basically get, okay? But the point is you're not getting like a glucose fructose or something like that. okay, or a highly densified one type of sugar that's highly processed. This is soy protein added to a chocolate bar. That's what that is. It's soy added to a bunch of processed sugar. That's what that is. It's not, in the case of this, real whole food, which is what I've told you guys to eat. There's a reason why, okay? It's not like I know the owner. Well, I do know her, but I only know her just because of this, actually. I got to know her because I like this product. The reason I recommend this is because it's a good product, okay? It's a really, really good product. In fact, it's the best bar on the market. So, I do take offense when people say, oh, I'm having this other thing. Okay, well, that's fine. You can. I'm not saying you can't, but just understand what you're having, okay? These are not the same. Do not put this in the same category as a Cliff Builder bar. They're not the same. They are anything but the same, okay? You cannot take a horse and carriage and compare it to a Ferrari. Those are not the same things. They're two modes of transportation, but they are not the same thing, okay? All right, there's my rant for you today. Okay, marijuana and CBD. Wow, that was 6 minutes. Okay. Marijuana and CBD. Now, it looks like CBD has more. I have to do more research, just basically what I'm saying here. So I'm still going to get to this, hopefully. But it seems like yesterday I really picked on THC in marijuana, which is one of the active ingredients in it. I haven't looked at CBD, and there's some other ones as well. So you have to really look at everything as a whole. Okay, it's not fair for me to say one ingredient and this is what it does. So in all fairness to marijuana or marijuana smokers, maybe there's some things that offset some of the side effects that you get from THC. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say on that. I do know that CBD has a lot of, apparently, it has many therapeutic effects on the body. But I need to do some more reading on it, and I need to become better educated before I start talking about it. Okay. So I'll get back to that. Okay. Should I take creatine? Okay, so I did talk about creatine last week in one of the videos. Should I take creatine? Yes, 100%. I think everybody should. Will it help me? 100% it will help you. It will help all of you. It will help you get better results in the challenge. It's not mandatory, certainly. And of course, I'm always going to stress to you your training, your eating, and your sleep, essentially. Okay, and your cardio for the results. Yes, but creatine will help you. Okay, and it goes beyond just acting as an ergogenic aid. It's got many, many benefits, including neurological benefits. Okay, can you do more intervals than outlined? Somebody's asking, can they do more? Yes, you can do more. Just be aware that you just don't want to burn yourself out. But yes, you are welcome to do more. You're welcome to do more cardio. You're welcome to do more exercise if you want. But the idea here is just to follow the plan, and you'll do quite well with that. Okay. The key is to follow the plan to a T, not to and I'm not insinuating that the person that wrote this is doing this, but what happens is sometimes people will go off the plan and then they'll add in more and trying to make up for what they're not doing, and then just the whole thing becomes a different program. Okay, that's all I'm going to say because my rant was way too long. And today's message of the day is, it's all your fault. It's all your fault, okay? Now, maybe that's not totally fair to say, okay? And I know a lot of you are trying in this challenge. Some more than others, it's just the way it goes. I can't comment on what's going on in your life. I can't comment on all your responsibilities. That's not for me to say, but I just know that some people put in more effort than others, and that's just the way it always is, right? I mean, you can't expect everybody puts in the same amount of effort. We are all different. We're all going through different things. I've had people do the challenge and do terrible at it. They did it again, and they did terrible at it, and they did it again, and then they won it. Okay? And that's one person in particular. So, people are all over the place, and that's okay, I understand. But the point here is that, and I've said this before, if you can take as much responsibility for, not just in this challenge, but just in general in life, your life will become much easier. It will become much easier because you will always look for ways to make your situation better. And when you do that, your situation will become better. It will. If you decide that you don't have control, if you decide that it's other people's fault, your life becomes very hard because you don't have control and you can't change the situation. But if you look for every possible way, okay, even things that you're really not responsible for. Okay, so a perfect example here would be like, I'm just going to use something that's not even related to the challenge. How could I, okay, so, you know, obviously our business took a big hit with the whole COVID thing. And I can sit here and be like, well, you know, it's this friggin' COVID and Bonnie Henry and, you know, screw all these people that are making these decisions. But instead I could say, what can I do to make this situation better for myself? How could I take responsibility? Or how could I realized that I couldn't see this coming, obviously. At least not until maybe the couple weeks before it came into play. But the point is, you know, how could I have made my business more online based? Okay. How could I have, what are the things I could have done to make my situation better is my point. Okay. And that is taking, you know, ultimate responsibility for what you do. How can you make, because listen, you're only going to help yourself in these, this way of thinking is only going to help you. If I, for example, in this situation, just took and believe me, I have complained about it, so don't think that I haven't sat here and, you know, had 5 minutes of sorrow for myself. But if, you know, if I knew, or if I thought that that was the best way to go, my life's gonna be very, very painful. Okay, so you have to take ultimate responsibility. Jocko Willink calls it, what does he call it? I don't know if anybody knows Jocko Willink is. He was like a U.S. Navy SEAL. He wrote a bunch of books. He doesn't call it ultimate responsibility. He calls it something else. But that's exactly what it means. It's just like take full responsibility for whatever position you are in your life, and then you will be much better apt to change it, okay? It's all your fault. Just remember that, okay? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I will talk to you guys all very soon. 12 days to go. 12 days, folks. 12 days. Let's keep pushing. Every day, 1 foot in front of the other. Every day, you're adding a brick to that wall to build that wall, so to speak, right? Everything is an accumulation of a bunch of small things. I'll talk to you all very soon. I'll stop rambling. See ya.